Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining us live today. We're very much pleased to be here once again. Today, our topic is communication. We are all professionals in different fields, and communication is very important, not just in business but also in the corporate world. So, today I'm here with these amazing ladies. You know us already, and for those who do not know us, you're going to get a chance to know these beautiful ladies today because before they say something, they're going to introduce themselves, and then we're going to dive into the topic of communication and give you some education out there, something that can give you value in all the things that you're doing. So, hi, ladies. Thank you so much that you're here today with me.
Hi.
Many blessings. And I'm going to speak about the topic of communication because you guys are professionals and I know you're very eager. You love giving value to people and helping people out there. And as you can see, different faces here, we are all in different countries. And for me, communication is very important because the way we communicate to people determines whether you're going to have success with what you want or not. And from my culture where I come from, we used to talking so loud in a louder tone or screaming, and sometimes we take things personally. But in a professional level, it's really advised to be, diplomatic in everything that you're doing. And this is the part of communication that many people need to learn, how to be diplomatic, how to be able to talk to someone with empathy, even though you're burning right inside you and you know that I need to release certain points. Because sometimes from my culture, if someone does something to you, you just want to release it out. But in a professional environment, you want to make sure that you have the right communication skills so that you don't attack people. You remain diplomatic so that the problem that you have is solved in a diplomatic way. So I want to give this chance to Alice first to say hi and just hit on the point communication because today she wants to talk to you about active listening. So Alice, the platform is yours to talk about active listening. You can say hi and introduce yourself first.
Yeah, thank you so much, Marina. And I'm so glad to be here. It's another Sunday that the Lord has made. And we are all here, all of us, 5 of us. So we are grateful for that. For those who don't know me, my name is Alice. I'm the face or the image behind the business page that you might follow or have been following. I'm a mother of one and I'm a wife. I also work in the healthcare. So today we thought of coming with this, very important. It is, I think communication is not only important in a professional level, but it's also important in our everyday life with your family, with your children. The way you communicate with them is what is going to determine the kind of relationship you have with your loved ones, with your co-workers, with everybody around you, including your neighbors. So we always know, I would say that in order to have an effective communication, you require to have a good listening. And effective listening requires more than just hearing words, because someone can be communicating with you, but if you don't focus, if you don't try to pause for a while and focus, you'll miss a lot. You'll miss out the point. And if you're not a good listener, that's where you find yourself, just speaking a word of, maybe somebody has said 10 words, but you speak the word that communicated to you, that spoke to you, and that is the word you're gonna focus on. It might be positive, it might be negative. So effective listening, it requires, something like focusing, having empathy and good understanding. Because, for example, if someone is sharing with you a situation and you're not a good listener, you'll not empathize, you'll not understand, and that also will cause you not to maybe provide a solution that might be needed in that particular scenario. So yeah, good listening really is part of good communication.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's so true.
Thank you so
I
much for
can
that,
just
Alice. Yeah. So Nyanya,
maybe
you can
just add
just
a little bit.
add something on that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you say. Sorry, should I can maybe also just say briefly. My name is Nyandia, yes, living in Sweden, and I like what you say. Really, being active listener, and I just got this thought when you were talking about also body language. While you're listening, because somebody can be saying something, but their body language is also saying something else. And
Yeah.
while you're active, you can see both because you notice what maybe they're saying with your mouth is not exactly what their body is also expressing. So one has to really be attentive when listening to people so that you pay attention to both their body language and also the words that they're having.
Yeah.
Exactly. And we also have different professionals here. Steph, you work with kids, and it's really interesting for our viewers also to know how to communicate with kids, because I believe communicating with kids and communicating with, adults, those are two different things. So can you shed some light on this?
Oh yeah, thank you, Marina. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you for listening to us. Yes, with kids, for me, as working with kids, I feel it's much easy communicating with kids than adults. Uh, it's something that I transform myself. It is very important as well to have a positive communication with young children. Never use negative words because it's going to impact them. Even if your child does something wrong, positive words, always be positive, whatever you are saying to them, because that is going to develop them later. Doesn't matter if it's your child, doesn't matter if it's your neighbor child, or if you're working in settings. As well, I would say that you have to listen to the children, not just say okay, 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 but you don't even know what they are saying, because these children one day they will go and they go and talk with someone else, and they will not talk with you as a mom or as a mother or as a father, because they will realize that you don't really listen to their needs. You only say okay. I know we are in a world that we are very stressed. Even myself, sometimes I'm stressed because I want to do this, that, everything. But then I realized that stop. Even our topic today in the church was something about pay attention to your children if you don't want someone else to direct later your children in life, because the moment that they are too busy with the day by day routine. So yeah, listen to your children. Some, I will say, even in my setting, some of the suggestion and some of the things that we did, we included in our listening to our children, is pay attention to what your child saying wherever you can. Make sure that you allocate that time every day, to your child, to just sit down, stop whatever you're doing, sit down and listen to your child. Um Even if your schedule is busy, that 5 minutes, forget about anything, even forget about the worst bill that comes or the worst letter that is on your post office. Just forget that 5 minutes value for your child, because he knows he's got that time with his mom and his dad, just to say to whatever he has to say. Encourage the child every time he has to say something, even if he's done something wrong. Don't worry, next time is going to be better, or how can we improve to be better. And this that I like about in UK nurseries, let's say, settings, because they, for you to value that child, go down to the child level as well. Do not speak like an adult. Imagine, we children, they can see that we are very huge, enormous elephants, big, huge people. If, like, my daughter is 2 years old now, go down to the child, to the 2 years level, and talk with her. Bend your back, bend yourself down, and talk with that child to the child level. That's body language. That is very, very important. Positive communication, it has to be two-way for me. You talk and the child answer, or the child talks and you answer. It's not only one way, and the child is left anyhow without a direction, without an answer. And as well, avoid talking to the children, because I feel like I'm only talking about the children now, but this is something that I really love. Avoid talking with the children when you are in the back. You are doing something else. Just turn face to face and eyes contact with the child and talk. It is very important, because avoid talking with them when your back is turned, for example, or maybe when you are walking away from them and you are in a rush. It's not going to help them in life. It's not going to help them. Use a gentle tone of voice. Even myself, sometimes when I can see when I'm stressed. I'm talking about home. When I'm stressed, I feel to raise my voice, but because then I'm like, I have to stop it, because it's not the child's fault. It is my fault, because in my head there are so many stressful things that goes around, and I have to stop to use my tone of voice that is gentle, because this child is not guilty with nothing. I'm the one that my head is stressed, and I see most of the parents, they are passing through all this situation. Take a deep breath, and then sit down and just be silly with your child. Just sit down and play silly and be funny, because when the child grows up, he will remember my mom was the one that she directed me. She gave me that motivation in life. She's been silly. I remember when my mom was doing this and this with me when I was a child, playing. That is what your child need to remember, because when he grows up, he goes and gonna talk with his children and whatever, that how developed and how safe was the place that he was raised in. This is what I believe. I know sometimes it's not easy. I find it much easier working with the children that they are not mine in a settings, because I'm calm down. That's the job, and you are not allowed to shout. You are not allowed to do anything. But then when it's coming to your personal, like child at home, sometimes you are getting a little bit out of your control because of the life, routine day by day. And yeah, I think it's better to stop here, because this is a subject that's this is one of the shows that I love. And as I said, I love talking with children and with adults. I find myself in that, like a fish in the water, around children than around adults, if that makes sense.
Thank you so much, Steph. That was a lot of
Sorry.
information there for everyone, with or without kids. It's I've learned a lot from you. Kemi, you also have big boys in uni right now. Maybe you can share experiences before we end, how you communicate with them and what is important to you when it comes to communication.
You are muted, Kemi.
Oh, sorry about that. Oh, thanks, Marina. Thank you, guys. Yes, you're right. Yes, I got two big boys, and then today I still have to talk to my big son in school, and I like using my examples. Yes, he had to skip some classes last week because he said he's stressed. Yes, everybody's stressed. I too am stressed, but I still spoke to him today that you need to go to school. Oh, mom, blah blah blah. I said no, calm down. Explain, as Stephanie has just talked to us now about her young. She deal with young ones, but I deal with adults, and I believe that when they get older, it's so difficult to reach out to them. You don't know what is going on with them because he's 20, is going to be 21 this year, and it's so difficult to reach out to him because I have to travel 3 hours to get there, and he was just telling me, I'm stressed. It's not easy to go to uni. I say, yes, calm down. Just calm down. Take it easy. Take a big breath. Count 1 to 10. Which he did. And he said, okay, but mommy, you are not listening to me. You are not listening. So it's good to communicate, as Stephanie has said, and Alice. Yes, it's good to communicate. So, but I know that I reach out to him today because I didn't know that what is going through. But I told him that if you need help, let me know. So it's good to communicate and listen. Although I didn't do face to face, but I believe that he listen. It goes a long way, but it's not that easy. But trust me, you get there. Thanks, Marina. Thanks.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much, Kemi, for sharing your personal experiences, because that is what I love hearing too. Just not just educating people, but also sharing part of our experiences with people. So thank you so much for that. We really treasure and value that. And for everyone who was here today to say something about this topic, this is something that is very important to everyone. And I would like to thank you in a very special way for just coming out to speak about this important topic. So to our viewers, next time we're coming with another topic. So if you're having issues in communication, know that you can still come down to someone's level and communicate. If it's a child, just pick tips from Steph. If you have teenager, pick tips from Kemi. If you are having maybe challenges with methods, pick tips from Alice, and Yandir, and just see what works for you, because communication is very important. We can either lose our loved ones because we did not communicate well to them, and we can bring them also in the right way when we communicate well to them. So till next time, God bless you so much. And we are waiting you again next time when we come with the next topic. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.